Much of Canadian history has been defined by the many conflicts and compromises between French-speaking Quebec and the rest of Canada, which is dominantly English-speaking. Canada itself is one of those compromises, as the colony of Canada agreed to join with Nova Scotia and New Brunswick to form the Dominion of Canada, splitting the colony of Canada into primarily English Ontario and primarily French Quebec. The story of the Canadian national anthem is a story of this tense relationship between French and English Canada, but also of a compromise like so many that had to be made for Canada to become the country it is today. Since Confederation in 1867, Canadians have been using a variety of patriotic songs as a national anthem. In English Canada, there were two songs that managed to rise to de facto national anthem status: God Save the King, a holdover from British rule, and The Maple Leaf Forever, a song written by Alexander Muir in 1867 to commemorate Confederation. God Save the King would never really play well in Quebec, as their heritage was more closely linked to that of France than to the United Kingdom. And anyway, what Canada needed going forward was an anthem of its own. That left The Maple Leaf Forever. While wildly popular with English Canadians, its premise would prove to be problematic with French Canadians. Namely, the fact that the first verse of the song chronicles British General James Wolfe's conquest of Quebec, and the entire song drips with English supremacy. With the two existing national anthem choices failing to appeal to French Canadians, a new song was commissioned by Quebec's Lieutenant Governor, Theodore Robitaille. The song was to be a patriotic song for the occasion of Saint-Jean-Baptiste Day, and was composed by Calixa Lavallée with words by Sir Adolphe Basile Routier. The resulting song was O Canada in its original French. The song was well received at its first performance on June 24, 1880 in Quebec City, but would not become the instant success that Robitaille had hoped for. Despite its publication without copyright, the song was sparsely reprinted, and Lavallée's 1891 obituary would fail to list the song among his accomplishments. Still, its popularity would grow over time in Quebec, and in 1901 made its debut in English Canada in a performance for the Duke and Duchess of Cornwall, the future King George V and Queen Mary. 5 years after this performance, the song would finally be translated into English by Thomas Bedford Richardson. These lyrics were quite different from today's English lyrics. Several English versions would be written in the subsequent years, but the most popular lyrics were penned by Robert Stanley Weir, a lawyer from Montreal. These lyrics were similar, but not identical, to those eventually adopted by the Canadian government.
Native land, through patriot love, in all thy sons command, with glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free, and stand on guard, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, glorious and free, we stand on guard, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
With these new English lyrics, O Canada found itself in the running to become Canada's national anthem. All three songs would continue to act as de facto national anthems, but having competing national anthems largely defeats the purpose of a national anthem, to act as an expression of national identity, and especially important in Canada, as an expression of unity. By 1964, the Canadian government decided it was time to sort out the state of its national anthem. A special joint committee of the Senate and the House of Commons was set up to determine the official status of God Save the Queen and O Canada, notably leaving the patriotic but problematic The Maple Leaf Forever behind. On January 31st, 1966, Prime Minister Lester B. Pearson would begin a very long process to establish O Canada as the Canadian national anthem and God Save the Queen as the royal anthem of Canada. On March 15, 1967, the committee recommended keeping the music and French lyrics to O Canada, but recommended a series of changes to the English lyrics. Following these changes, on February 28, 1972, Secretary of State Gerard Pelletier introduced a bill to adopt O Canada, as adapted by the committee, as the national anthem. This bill, and many others after it, would fail to make it through the House of Commons. Ending this long political saga was Secretary of State Francis Fox, who on June 18, 1980, proposed a bill to adopt O Canada as the national anthem. The National Anthem Act was passed unanimously by the House of Commons and the Senate on June 27, 1980. Canada's new official national anthem debuted on Canada Day, July 1, 1980, and featured the 1967 committee's English lyrics. Finally, Canada's 113-year-long search for a national anthem was able to come to a close. Since being adopted in 1980, there has been one change to the lyrics. The line, "In all thy sons command," was changed to "In all of us command" on February 7, 2018, in an attempt to make the anthem gender-neutral and more representative of all Canadians. This is the only change to the official lyrics to date.